right, good morning, ladies. As you probably know, and you've already heard about for some time, last year marked the 15th anniversary of Falco's involvement at the United Nations as an officially recognized NGO, non-governmental organization, with special status at ECOSOC, which is the UN Social and Economic Council. And as such, last year I thought it would be timely to review Falco's UN involvement and make some recommendations as to how Falco could improve its utilization of their status at the UN. In May, I presented my review and recommendations to the board of the Federation and to the Foundation. And as you heard from me, Lynn, and also from Laurie Richardson yesterday, my recommendations were several, okay? First, and probably most important, was to adopt women as Falco's main focus or overarching theme, and children, specifically girls, as a secondary goal. This was really not so much a revolutionary change, but really a reaffirmation of exactly what Falco has traditionally done. However, I did feel it was necessary to clarify this to the UN, to clarify it to other NGOs, and to clarify it to our members, and perhaps most importantly, to our potential members going forward. Secondly, I also asked the board to consider realigning and really reorganizing our global interests into 4 categories. These were mentioned before, but I'll go over them again because it's really important. And again, these are all areas that Falco has traditionally been involved in. So first is human rights, which really means working on the Women's Treaty, CEDAW, which you've heard much about, the Convention to End All Discrimination Against Women, and to ensure the ratification of the children's rights under the CRC, or the Convention for the Rights of the Child. This would also include working to eliminate violence against women and to eliminate human trafficking. The second area, of course, is education, an area which we know has always been an important area for Falco. Promoting literacy for girls and women, supporting dual national children, as well as children who learn differently. Third major area, of course, is health, supporting efforts to improve maternal health, access to information on reproductive and sexual health, promoting active aging, and other women's health issues. The fourth, of course, is environment, supporting awareness programs, such as the Target program, of course, on global warming, projects related to improving the world in which we live. In addition, I did recommend that not only the UN issues should revolve around those 4 basic areas, but that the 4 global task force, the global task forces be consolidated to fit into those 4 areas, and that the Foundation seriously consider aligning the development grants, or the DGs, into those 4 areas as well, to bring more consistency and coherence to all of Falco's international programs and projects, not only to our members, but also the world. The board has reviewed my recommendations, and as you've heard, many of them have been incorporated into the new R&Rs that you will all be voting on Saturday. But please do take some time to review those. For more information about my recommendations, as well as some of the other activities that the NGO team has, I would refer you to the brochure, the regular report that I did on page 34 of your manual. But I did want to highlight just 2 other things that were also in the recommendations. One was that Falco joined UN Women. UN Women, as you probably know, came about when they decided to join 2 or 3 of the main UN organizations in working on women's issues, because they felt that they would have more clout if they combined the efforts. So we have now joined them. We are now part of UN Women US, and we hope that we'll be doing more and more things with them as we move along. Actually the president, who's Maggie Schmidt, had actually lived in Germany, so she was thrilled to get an international contingent joining UN Women. The other recommendation I made was to increase our participation on all of the CSW committees, Committee of the Status of Women. So I can now say that Falco has UN reps on all of the Committee on the Status of Women in all the major headquarters, in Geneva, Vienna, and in New York. In Geneva, we have Sarah von Moos, as well as our other representatives, Laurie Richardson in Vienna, and Erica Higby, formerly from Melbourne, now based in New York, doing a fabulous job in New York, who's working on the Committee on the Status of Women, Working Committee on Girls. Erica, unfortunately, is not able to be with us because she's at the CSW in New York. And if you go on the Falco website, you'll see she's sending in daily reports. She's been there now for 3 days, and she's already sent in a whole bunch of reports. So I'd like to remind you to go online and look at that. So please check her daily reports. Lastly, I wanted to say that, as you know, that one of the themes of this conference is innovation. And alas, that is not one of the words usually associated with the UN. However, I would like to invite you all to come to the session, which is going to be after this, in this room, where we'll have a special speaker, as Milan mentioned, Lisa Thomas, who works for the UN World Health Organization, who will be discussing innovative ways the UN is working to improve maternal health under some of the most difficult circumstances in the world, which you can only imagine. So please come. It's a great way to learn about a great UN agency. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much.